Barstow City is located in the Mojave Desert within the San Bernardino County. The city lies at a junction of pioneer trails. It was founded in 1880 during a silver mining rush and was first called Fish Pond and then Waterman Junction. It was renamed in 1886 to honor William Barstow Strong, then president of the Santa Fe Railway. Mining declined, but Barstow endured as a railroad town and tourist spot. Its growth was stimulated in the 1940s by the establishment nearby of a large U.S. Marine Corps supply depot and the Fort Irwin Desert Training Center. In 1958, the Goldstone Tracking Station, now called the Gladstone Deep Space Communications Complex, used to communicate with spacecraft and satellites, was established in the locality. Barstow Community College was founded in 1960. Two major highways meet at Barstow, and the city is an important road transportation center. Irrigated agriculture and the mining of agate, jasper, copper, and salt supplement the economy. The Mojave River Valley Museum in Barstow has displays devoted to the archaeology, minerals, and Indian lore of the area. Other notable area attractions include Mojave National Preserve, Rainbow Basin National Natural Landmark, Calico Ghost Town, a restored silver mining town, and Calico Early Man Site, an extensive archaeological excavation that includes thousands of prehistoric tools dating from some 200,000 years ago. As of 2020, the population of Barstow is 25,415. The settlement of Barstow began in the late 1840s in the Mormon Corridor. Every fall and winter, as the weather cooled, the rain produced new grass growth and replenished the water sources in the Mojave Desert. People, goods, and animal herds would move from New Mexico and later Utah to Los Angeles, along the old Spanish Trail from Santa Fe, or after 1848, on the Mormon Road from Salt Lake City. Trains of freight wagons traveled back to Salt Lake City and other points in the interior. These travelers followed the course of the Mojave River, watering and camping at fish ponds on its south bank or 3.625 miles upriver on the north bank, at a riverside grove of willows and cottonwoods, festooned with wild grapes, called grapevines, later the site of North Barstow. In 1859, the Mojave Road followed a route that was established from Los Angeles to Fort Mojave through grapevines that linked eastward with the Beale Wagon Road across northern New Mexico Territory to Santa Fe. Troubles with the Paiute, Mojave, and Chemehuevi tribes followed, and from 1860 Camp Katy, a U.S. Army post 20 miles east of Barstow, was occupied sporadically until 1864, then permanently, by soldiers occupying other posts on the Mojave Road or patrolling in the region until 1871. Trading posts were established at grapevines and fish ponds that supplied travelers on the roads and increasingly the miners that came into the Mojave Desert after the end of hostilities with the native people. Barstow's roots also lie in the rich mining history of the Mojave Desert following the discovery of gold and silver in the Owens Valley and in mountains to the east in the 1860s and 1870s. Due to the influx of miners arriving in Calico and Daggett, railroads were constructed to transport goods and people. The Southern Pacific built a line from Mojave, California through Barstow to Needles in 1883. In 1884, ownership of the line from Needles to Mojave was transferred to the Santa Fe Railroad. Paving the major highways through Barstow led to further development of the city. Much of its economy depends on transportation. Before the advent of the interstate highway system, Barstow was an important stop on both Routes 66 and 91. The two routes met in downtown Barstow and continued west together to Los Angeles. Barstow has a series of murals along Main Street, depicting scenes from the city's history. These murals were created by Main Street Murals, a local non-profit organization to bring tourism and economic revitalization to downtown Barstow through a walking tour of murals. More than 30 murals are planned for the downtown area from 1st Avenue to 7th Avenue depicting local history from the Stone Age to Space Age. Murals completed to date include William Barstow Strong, the namesake of the city, the historic Harvey House, built in 1911, a map of the Mormon Trail, with scenes highlighting the aspects of the journey, teams of camels used by General Beale to help open the Wild West, an early automobile precariously descending a hill depicting the formation of Route 66, the Gold Rush, marking the main mining areas with insets of early mining life and the trade that followed. Restaurants in Barstow include the Barstow Station that opened in 1975 and operating 365 days a year. Barstow Station is built to resemble a railway station. The location serves 20,000 tour buses a year and is a popular stop for travelers on Interstate 15. It includes a number of gift shops, an ice cream parlor, a Panda Express, Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen, KHWY radio station, and a Greyhound ticket terminal. In November 2013, Dunkin' Donuts opened inside Barstow Station, becoming only the second location of that chain within the entire state of California and the first to be accessible to the general public. The McDonald's restaurant at Barstow Station consists of 3 side-by-side railroad cars, a reference to Barstow's railroad heritage. In September 1986, the restaurant was destroyed by fire when a customer's car burst into flames at the drive-up window. In June 1997, the rebuilt restaurant received national attention when a gunman opened fire during a botched robbery, injuring several people and killing a 9-year-old girl. The gunman was mortally wounded by an off-duty police officer after the ensuing gun battle and later died in a hospital. Areas of interest near Barstow include the United States Army's National Training Center and NASA's Goldstone Deep Space Communications Complex are located at the nearby Fort Irwin, north of Barstow. The historic Harvey House, a landmark on the National Register of Historic Places, was designed by Francis Wilson and constructed by the Santa Fe Railroad in 1911. Wilson's design melds classic and Mission Revival motifs. The plastered arcades, tile-dome towers, and red tile roofs transmit a Hispanic theme, but the planning, massing and detailing are derived from the American Beaux-Arts movement. Harvey House is a generic term. Each individual Harvey House had its own name. The Harvey House in Barstow was named Casa del Desierto and is one of the finest remaining depot/hotel in California, but it almost perished. It became famous in the 1930s as the setting for Judy Garland and Angela Lansbury in the movie The Harvey Girls, a fictionalized account of the civilizing influences of the employees of the Fred Harvey Company on the American Southwest. After World War II, however, with the decline of rail travel, the Casa del Desierto fell into disuse and was eventually abandoned. The 1992 Landers earthquake destroyed the building's unreinforced brick towers, interior gypsum block walls, and most of the cast stone anchorage. Large sections of the second-floor exterior walls collapsed. In the early 1990s, the city of Barstow began work on restoring the building to its original splendor. The building now houses the Western American Railroad but still functions as an unstaffed Amtrak station and the Route 66 museums. The Goldstone complex includes the Pioneer Deep Space Station, which has been designated a U.S. National Historic Landmark. Other places near Barstow include Calico Ghost Town. It is one of the few remaining original mining towns of the western United States, now preserved as a museum by Walter Knott. Another point of interest is the Rainbow Basin. It is an area of critical environmental concern due to landscape features and paleontological resources in the area. Is located 8 miles north of Barstow. Its landscape, multicolored rock formations and canyons are visited by photographers, hikers, and campers. The fossiliferous Barstow Formation or Miocene is well exposed there. Rainbow Basin is managed by the Bureau of Land Management's Barstow Field Office. Also nearby is Coyote Dry Lake. It is a 30 square miles dry lake located 15 miles northeast of Barstow. Lava tubes around Pisgah Crater offer spelunking opportunities. The solar project is located in Daggett, California, about 10 miles east of Barstow. A number of notable motion pictures were shot in the city, including Broken Arrow, Courage Under Fire, From Dusk Till Dawn, Gattaca, Aaron Brockovich, and Kill Bill, Volume 2. Other notable mentions of Barstow include the 2008 movie Leaving Barstow, which tells the story of a high school senior who must choose between his ambitions to leave Barstow or stay in the city to care for his mother. The fictional Brian O'Connor in Too Fast Too Furious grew up in Barstow and travels to the city to persuade a former childhood best friend Roman Pierce to join him in an FBI operation. The film Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas mentions Barstow frequently. Barstow is also mentioned in the 2009 movie The Hangover before the road trip from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. The movie version of Hair was partially filmed in Barstow in the late 1970s. In 2015, Barstow was one of the filming locations for the film Sky, as well as Bombay Beach, Hinckley, Joshua Tree, Landers, Lenwood, Ludlow, Newberry Springs, and Victorville, California. Barstow is the topic of the documentary Barstow, California, 2018, by German director Rainer Kommers, featuring voiceovers of Spoon Jackson's poems and memoir by heart. Barstow was featured by Huell Hauser in Road Trip Episode 101. We hope you enjoyed our short drive through Barstow, California. This video can only give you a visual point of view. The best way to experience Barstow is to come visit it in person. We hope to see you soon.